Boom, 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 boom. Going live, going live, going live. Everything's got a check. Here we are. Episode 23. We are here. Wait for some of y'all to get in here. Tonight, Friday night, we have Joelle on from Marts Digital. All our followers know about that brand. It's been kicking ass. We got Tri-State in here. Blazing Lifestyle. Wait for some more people to get in here. Then we started it different now. Instead of the start off right away and then people coming in later. There we go. It's jumping up big. We do a little just me talking to myself while we get people in here. Ryan Ware, Jonathan Nash, seeing everybody popping on. Benjamin, y'all get in here, just send a comment. Remember, you're only going to see, if you're on YouTube, you'll see YouTube comments. You're on Facebook, you'll see Facebook comments. But I'm seeing the numbers jump up real quick. Craig Scarborough, Tri-State. Who else we got? 34. We'll give it another minute or two. Steven Rogers in the house. What's up? Blazing, where are you from? What areas are we from here? J.R. Melendez, what's up? Oh, you got your free tweeters. Congratulations. Sarah Dusty, didn't Sarah take home some stuff? You did, didn't you? You was a winner. Chicken dinner. Who else we got? George Perez. Okay. People are jumping on. I guess we get this started. Ben, let's kick this thing off.
It's Big Jeff Audio in the chair. Have a seat and relax. Don't be going nowhere. Before we kick it off, you gotta do one thing. Grab your chain, your shades, and your pinky ring. Got guests coming on, they be giving advices. Check out the website for them dope ass prices. Lowest in town, yeah, that's a fact. Doing hair tricks like a maniac. What other podcasts give away this much? I'm saying during the week and at the end of the month. Shout out to your team and always the best. The show is Big Sound, hosted by Big Jeff. Got the Cuban link on, it's the flashy type, deviant for life. I'm saying smash the like, alright? Let's start the show.
What is it? Oh, Friday the 13th. True story. 2 years in a row when I was younger, I had a serious car accident on the same road at the same time 2 years in a row on Friday the 13th. Didn't drive for years after that. But I think it's gone. It's not on me. But we're here. Episode 23. It's crazy that we've done this 23 weeks in a row. Tonight, we have Joelle on from Marts Digital, one of the owners. We're going to be getting with him. If you all know about Marts, we kicked it off at the end of last year, and it caught on like wildfire. We just did a sponsoring with them with some people. We'll bring that up. If you haven't done it yet, right now, hit that like button, share it out. Let's get some more people in here. New people. I like new people. I know we're going to be doing this on Fridays for another couple weeks, and then we're going to be moving it. Y'all voted, I think, on Tuesday night, so it will be moved eventually. There you go. 56%. Bring that back up, Ben. Tuesday was the winner, so I don't believe we're going to do that till next month. So the rest of this month will be on Friday. There you go. Tuesday, November 7th. There you go. Hit the like button, share this out, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We last week had Gale Force Allen on here, and we're still doing the pre-order for the new F1s, and we actually gave some out last podcast. Loud and Clear car show coming up this weekend. That actually is a car show to help raise money for the Music Wars, so you can help get some of the Caribbean people over here. It is expensive to, I guess, boat over the vehicles. It's not going to drive on water. I'm Z Commentary on TikTok. What up, Z2Tube? You look like a new name. Floyd Veterinary. He has been promoting the hell out of me. I appreciate you. I know we sent you out some new gear, so that should be coming to you next week. Okay. Also, we have a new Facebook page for the podcast. This way, it's not filled with all the advertisements and the product and everything else. So, if you go to Facebook, Big Sound by Big Jeff Podcast, go ahead and hit us up there, and it'll just be stuff about the podcast. And we are eventually going to try to move everybody over to the new YouTube, which is the Big Sound by Big Jeff podcast on YouTube, but it's playing everywhere like normal. Every week we do the Get Drunk text by Big Jeff. If you haven't entered, you would text the word drunk to 737 Big Jeff. That's 737-244-5333, and you might just get a weird text from me and win something. This week's winner for the drunk text by Big Jeff is, who's the winner this week? Robin Williams actually won a nice amp kit. There he gets a text. Hey, it's Big Jeff. I'm feeling good. All misspelled. So I got you something nice. Send me your address. And then they send us a screenshot, send it back, and we will get it out to you. You heard last week, we're actually getting a second warehouse, hopefully to fill it up with a bunch of Marts Digital. There it is there. We should be probably starting to move and get product in there the beginning of December. We are completely out of space where we're at now. And then while we're talking about Marts tonight, we did a sponsoring ship, and we had some winners. Can we pull up who the winners were? Alex, Gill, and Sarah. That's where Sarah's name popped out. They actually got picked to swap out their amps and their builds with some Marts Digital. So once they get that done, they will send us some pictures. They will be competing at shows representing Big Jeff Audio and Marts Digital. Okay, check it out. We're going to do a quick video break. And when we come back, we're going to have one of the owners from Marts Digital on, who's actually Brazilian, but in Europe right now. So he is at 2 o'clock in the morning checking in with us to talk about Marts Digital. I will see you back here shortly. Let's do a quick video break.
You've heard us talking about them.
You hear us talk a lot about Marts Digital. Awesome amps, great price, and then they came out with the MP line for the premium line. Really cool stuff.
Now, see them in action.
$13K per pair?
Yeah, $13K per pair, and the Marts amp's actually given more than they could take.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised. We launched Marts the end of last year. A couple guys that work for Tower Amps went off on their own, and the amp's produced in China, but Brazilian designs.
Yeah.
And they came to us, to help get the name out there. And I'm like, well, it's a win-win. Either.
Cool. What's up, Jo?
Hello.
Talking from Europe, 2 o'clock in the morning. Thank you for coming in. You're probably the first time everybody's seen you. You are one of the owners there at Marts. We're going to give away in a little bit. We got some new hair tricks, hats, and shirts. Ben, can you show them the new shirts and hats?
Yeah. Okay.
There
Sorry.
you go. Right there. Can you hear me? Yeah, we're going to be giving that away. Everybody, you can comment the word Marts, M-A-R-T-S, and we'll get back, and somebody will win a new shirt and hat. So tell me, first off, where did Marts come from? Where did this start from?
You mean the name or the idea?
What's the idea? Yeah, the company.
Well, in the past we used to be Tarps sales rep, and while we were dealing with them, there was some problems, with internet prices, and many customers started asking us if we had another option. But in Brazil, there is mainly two brands, Tarps, Tetson, and Sound Digital. And all these three, they already had their sales rep, their customers, And we tried with other brands in Brazil, but they couldn't. And then we decided to start manufacture our own.
Right.
to supply this gap.
So how long did you? Well, who's all involved in Marts? Who's the team? Is it family, friends? What is it?
It's a family business.
Okay.
Me, mom, dad, and brother and sister, we work together.
So you and your brother work with tower amps, correct?
Yeah, the whole family used to work with the ramps in the past.
Oh, really? The whole family?
Yes, we
And how
always
long-
work together.
How long were you guys all a part of that?
We were with the ramps more than 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In fact, before us, the ramps didn't export. They just used to export to Paraguay. It's.
Okay. Right.
But before us, no.
So
Then
we talked about it, and I like everybody to know, how did it come about when you guys reached out to me? How did you even find Big Jeff? What was what was the plan? I mean, you could have contacted all these contacts you've had that bought tower amps for years, right? Big companies. How did you guys find me? And what was the reason?
In the past, at the end of work with the ramps, we didn't have any, how can I explain, the sales. We were just selling to anyone who wanted to buy, there wasn't any rule anymore, we just had to sell to anyone at any cost. And in fact, it was my brother. He was searching for reference distributors in Florida, and he found out about you, and then he contacted you. In fact, it was him.
Yeah, and when you guys first reached out, I was like, oh, this is a scam. Who's Marts? Brazil? Yeah. I'm like, and then as we talked, I started to understand it, and we jumped off with it, and it took off fast, which was good, almost to the point where, hard to get product. Did you guys expect it to take off that fast, or was that more than what you expected?
No, in fact, we didn't expect that fast. And to be honest, right now, Wholesale House, they just contact us again. We used to sell the ramps to them. Our problem is to supply, the customers right now. It's a good problem, let's say, but we just finished 1 year of company, so we still growing, and we need to structure better inside so we can have more inventory to supply the customers and the sales.
Right. What I like is that you aren't just selling it to everybody, and not just jumping on the bandwagon with Wholesale House. And that's going to keep the line strong. It's going to keep the line at a proper pricing. When you guys wanted to design the line, what was the background to it? What did, when you're trying to say, okay, we're going to make these models, this power look like this, were you trying to have it look or be like tower amp, or what was the back end design?
No. For example, there were some small details every customer used to complain. I don't remember which ones, to be honest, right now, but we did the small changes that customer used to ask, and the models, I just tried as much as I could at the beginning, but I'm still adapting, because every region, every country, every customer, they have different sales.
Right. And you're in Europe right now, and you just told me you have distributors there. So, you guys are already hitting worldwide with this brand of amplifiers. That's huge.
Yes.
It's not just some guy in America ordering from, Alibaba or, and just slap a name on it. You guys are, taking this worldwide already. That's incredible. Now, when we first started with the amps, I was blown away, because when you said about the premium line, MP, I was like, whoa, where did this come from? What was the reasoning of the regular MXB, MXS, and then coming out with the MP line? What's the big difference between the two?
To be honest, it started with my customer from Spain. He
Okay.
was asking me about that to be a line to compete with Power Rus, because Power Rus is kind of strong in Spain, and then I had to do something similar. And then we came out and okay, why not take to United States too and see how it goes?
Right.
And then yes, it's doing good. I don't have any complaint.
Tri-State says
but-
is Marts Digital MXD 700 good for mids and highs. So everybody understand the MXD is in dog, MXB. B would be for bass. So if you're trying to have amplifiers for subwoofers, you would want to go with the MXB. MXD is going to be more of a full range application. It will still do bass, but you would want to use that for your mids and highs. And then of course the MXS is your 4 channels. They are the 2 ohm, definitely full range, and definitely for mids and highs. Then you have the Marts premium line that you see on the screen. Now let me ask you this, Joe. What is the big difference of the Marts premium? What makes them premium?
That's with a technical question. I'm more in the commercial, but the main difference is they give more than they promise, and they have a better protection system, so it's harder to damage the amplifier. That's the main one.
Heavier, bigger heat sink. The fans seem bigger. So if everybody's wondering, you want to compete. Now, don't get me wrong, in the Yukon, we're using the regular Marts 13.5s, and we've had no issues at all. And we've sold hundreds, if not thousands, of these amplifiers, very little returns. Juan asks, will Marts make a line of output converters? Well, they do have a line of DSPs, and actually the ones that'll be here within a few weeks will have the Bluetooth built in with an app, so you can control the DSP on your phone. So it's not going to be a high to low. Now, the Marts amps did have a high to low input, but they didn't come with the cables first. Did you guys get that fixed? Remember, it was
which ones?
On the regular, like the regular MX series, it had a high to low input. There was a plug on there that was missing.
Yes, in fact, there was a mistake from the batch. But yes, every customer who needed, if necessary, we ship it to we find a way to get it to customer.
100%. And all the amps come with stickers in them. We just recently brought in the Marts lanyards, so over time they will be bringing out more swag and things to representate the actual company. I mean, what was it? I mean, you guys took a big chance just saying, hey, we're going to make an amp line. Let me understand it. Is it Brazilian design and then produced in China? Or what really makes a Brazilian amp a Brazilian amp? Do you know that?
At the beginning, I remember we had a very difficulty because nobody knew this type of technology, digital, I like to say it's the same as computers. In the past, computers used to be big, and now they are smaller and more efficient, and that's where Brazil came up. And at the beginning, many people, they didn't know how to use it, and they used to burn the amplifiers, and you must have more amperage and voltage in the battery, so you don't damage the amplifier. But we tried in many ways to find spare parts in Brazil, because we started this project during the pandemic, and there is no spare parts. Like some components, we had a waiting line of more than 1 year. So we figured out would be impossible or would take way longer to manufacture in Brazil. And then I talked to some friends in Singapore, and they advised me a good factory in China. I talked to them, and they could assemble to me as I wanted, and okay, no problem.
and we give you all the feedback we get from customers. There's changes that are going to be made in the near future, like the size output for the speaker wire, the bass knobs. When do you think, how long before those big changes are going to be in production? Are we talking a few months? Are we talking 6 months? How soon before those changes will happen?
We will call version 2. Will come in the box with V2, you know, so people can see the difference. To be honest, for the first batch to arrive at maybe 6 months. I will try to speed up, to be honest. But I would say maybe 6 months. I'm not sure.
And when do you think we'll have a better supply of inventory? Now, we have a ton of inventory. We're out of a few models right now, no big deal. But when do you think, obviously, like you said, you didn't expect it to grow this fast, and that's a good thing. But how long do you think before you can get inventory supplies more normal?
To be honest, Jeff, like a totally full supply for customer, maybe 1 year, you know, like
Right.
full supply. That's why our expectation, but we will try to speed up, of course.
But I could tell everybody we're already in plans not long after Christmas where we'll have direct containers coming into us from the factory, which means that we will keep good supply for everybody, that wants that Marts product. I know the next question is going to be this. Is this just going to be amps, or do you plan on growing this into other products?
Into accessories, yes.
Speakers, you just want to focus in on making really good amps.
Yeah, at the beginning, a big line of amplifiers for sure. For example, the bass line will be increasing. Later, the MX line with the 4 channels or multi channels, because by our experience, a bigger line sells more. So maybe you don't buy this amplifier, but another customer for sure will buy. That will help for specific by the local culture, how they manage the install.
Right. And for anybody that might be watching this video after today, if you're a dealer or you have a shop you go to, tell them to contact us at the BigJeffAudioDealer.com and we can get them set up. Obviously, we sell this e-commerce to you directly. We also are exclusive on Amazon and eBay, but always recommend to come directly to our website. And then we are a distributor for the brand and looking for dealers that want to bring this product in. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick video break. And when we come back, we're going to pick the winner for the new Hair Tricks hat and shirt. And we'll do some more talking with Joe from Marts. We'll be right back after a short video break.
And now, time for another episode of Ranting with Justin, brought to you by Big Jeff Audio.
I don't know who wants to go to green energy and therefore increase the price of gas. Republicans or Democrats? You increase the price of gas, everything goes up. Yeah, that's true. But the thing about Trump is he wasn't a career politician. I don't even know, man. Motherfuckers don't know what's good for them, and that's okay. Like, it's fine by me. I just don't understand, man. They shut down the government. That shit should not be accepted. And then all the shit people say, listen, the shit people say about the shit that happened on January 6th, like, oh, it was this, it was that, like, it was racist. Like, dude, you motherfuckers should probably call the American Revolution racist. We broke away from Britain. Like, it was terrible. That's their current administration, because they don't want combustion engines. They're fucking garbage, dude. Like, absolute illogical.
This has been another episode of Ranting with Justin, brought to you by Big Jeff Audio.
In our playlist on our YouTube, Justin is one of my warehouse guys. He talks to himself all day long. Just if there's people around, not. So we strapped them with a GoPro and we just video record them, and we call it Ranting with Justin. And every video is him talking about something. It's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and pick the winner. JL, when the name pops up on the screen, you go ahead and try to say it, and that'll be the winner for the new Hair Tricks hat and shirt. Who's our winner? Let our team pick it. There you go.
George Perez.
George Perez, congratulations. We just, if you want to bring that back up, Ben, we have the Hair Tricks, the shirt and the hat. We have the Hair Tricks for $1 hat, and the new shirts. Actually, it doesn't show the back of the shirt, which is most important. It has the big green guy on there. Contact 737 Big Jeff. We will get you out a hat and a shirt. Congratulations. So let me ask you this. Is this all you do now, your family? Is just the Marts Digital and the amps?
My father works with construction also.
Oh, really?
In Brazil, he buys land and construct and sell, you know.
So does any family live over here?
Apologize?
Does any of the family live over here?
My sister.
That's it,
right? Yeah, she graduated in FIU, so she spent most of the time.
For the family to stay in Brazil, or is there plans to come over to America, or what's as Marts Digital grows, is there going to end up being a Marts Digital warehouse here?
Yeah, our plan in the future is to have a big warehouse, you know, so we can manage directly.
Right.
But yeah, probably my mom will also stay longer in Miami to help on that.
There we go. Robin says, will Marts ever make door speakers? Is there a plan to go that way?
Many customers ask about it. We plan to make speakers. Right now, not. I'm not saying the future, no, but not at the moment.
I think what they're trying to do, everyone, is to focus on making the amps and then getting the feedback and making the amps better. And I can tell you right now, there is, I don't know, probably 30 different SKUs between the regular MX and the MP line. So I'm sure later down the road they'll branch off, but you know, sometimes it's better just to be a niche item and just focus on that. I'll give you an instance. When they first started, it was a flimsy, cheap box, which doesn't matter too much. It's just the box it comes in, but they decided to put the new MP stuff in a really nice retail type box and put the stickers in there. So I can tell you for sure, the feedback that comes in from all you goes to them, and they are making changes to make the product better. We are doing a second giveaway tonight. We always do two. We have the new, big shout out to Jay Halt, who made me the bot shot tumbler. Ben, you want to bring that up? We just got them produced in-house, so we're having them on our website. I don't know, 20 something bucks, but we're giving away one tonight. Go ahead and comment the word digital, DIGITAL, and you could win one of the new tumblers. Bring that back up so I can explain it to Joel. So when we were hitting the 1 million subscribers, we were getting all types of, you know, haters and people. So a customer made this. If you read it, YouTube drama spray neutralizer, and it's a nice tumbler, so it was real funny. And we went ahead and had them produced along with the Big Jeff starter kits. You can take it down, Ben. So we're giving one away tonight. Y'all can comment the word digital, and if you have some questions, put them up on the screen. So Marts even makes a 30K amplifier. So you got 30K, 16K, 13.5, 8, 5K, 3K, 1500, all the way down. And then you also have the 400 by 4 at 2 ohm, 800 by 4, and the 2000 by 4. Do you plan, Joel, to make a bigger than 2000 by 4 on the 4-channel side?
Yeah, we have the 4000 by 4.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
No problem.
All those model numbers. There is a 4000 by 4, which is a beast at 2 ohms. So that's real impressive. Let me see here. Now, I don't know if you could answer this. Like you said, you're not on the tech side, but I know that the amps are very efficient because we've had no power issues at all with all those. But is that part of that Brazilian design to make them more efficient? Or because I've always been told you need more power with Brazilian amps. Are these different?
I don't think, to be honest. Of course, all the Brazilians are making more efficient, but the idea is more power, more efficiency. What we try to do is make better the protection in situation that if the power reduces, you don't damage your amplifier and your speakers.
What's the best Marts to run 8 DS18 mid ranges? Well, you got to have a little more information on that, Jerome. Are they 4 ohm or 8 ohm? If you're running 8 ohms on one channel, you can go 1 ohm. If you're splitting up 8 of them, say 4 and 4, you could do 4 and 4 as 2, which would be a 2 ohm load. So you could do 2 speakers each channel. There's all types of way, and then you would need to know how much power you need per speaker. So you might need the 800 by 4, or you might need the 2000 or even the 4000 by 4. Which Marts amps push a 5K on 2 ohms? Oh, so yeah, we have the MXB 5 2 ohm. So there is an exact 5K amp, and that you can get that at 1 or 2 ohm. And then so you have the MXB, and then you also have the premium line, which makes a 5K. You can find all that on the Big Jeff Audio website. Do the brands drop down and then go under M for Marts, bring it up, and then we have on the side of the website you could pick ohm, power, everything else. But you actually have a few options. Now, before I read the next one, keep in mind MXB as in boy is more designed for bass. MXD as in dog would be more of your full range, and then your MXS is your full range 4 channels. Okay. Tri-State says, what's the best Marts to push 2 subs at 1500 watts RMS 3000p? Well, again, you should always go minimum RMS power. You are better to go above that because you can always back down the amp. You can't push it past the point. And then you need to figure out if you have dual or single and what ohm. But either way, you go with a 3K amp or go up to the 5K amp and then have extra power. I always prefer to back it down. Now, I can tell you these things produce the power. We have a 13.5 per set of the Def Bounce DB4515, and I'll tell you what, the amps have tons of power, period, and been real happy with that. What's the next one? Floyd, or no, Blazin. Oh, Ryan. Okay, what does he feel sets Marts apart from the other brands? Great question. If you were to explain to my people here, or even your people now, what makes Marts different besides it being family owned?
To be honest, we like how can I explain a good warranty to customers.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that. You guys actually give a warranty as long as you didn't take the back off or you didn't physically hurt it. And you could tell when you're using copper clad, you could tell it when it's underpowered, but there's a warranty. It's not going to be like tower amps and sent to be repaired. So, I mean, that's a good point. What else are you guys doing? What else is in the Marts name that separates it from other brands? You know, because you've been selling car audio for years.
Yes, more than 10 years. Little by in small details, like we hear the customers. That's what I like. If some ask, okay, make this change. For example, the RCA. The RCA,
we're talking about making them a Tiffany style, a better RCA.
Yes.
Right.
And also it's now 6 volts. The output.
Right.
I don't remember. We did some change. We like to hear what customer needs, so we try to make them happy, not not all. If your customer has a problem, like to solve.
Yeah, I'll say we came out and visited. We spent more time, I think, going over the customers and what they, the feedback than we did anything else. So, I could tell everybody here they want to make changes and they already have a good brand. In my opinion, I go off warranty rates, right? So we sell product all over and I go off how much gets returned for what reason. We have a very small return pile for the amount of amps we sell, and that just tells me that it's got good guts. And then you compare it to the price range, it's very, very fair priced. So, everybody needs to understand that. And nowadays, I can tell you, it's not just somebody slapping their name on an amplifier. This, it's still a board, it's still parts, but when they're making these changes, it is to better for the customer. Will you ever dyno the AKs? Okay, so can't get my hands on an SMD dyno, and I'm not talking about the little handhelds. They aren't as accurate, and then there's other things you need. But we are planning to start doing some on the smaller amplifiers. Yes. And then we will, once the inventory catches up here at the end of the month, get some out to some other YouTubers to do some reviews for everybody. Floyd says, do they come with a bass knob and does it have a clip light? So that is one of the changes they're making. The new bass knobs will have a clip light, but the reason you got to remember too is on the amps, it has it on the amplifier. And a lot of people nowadays, especially when you have multiple amps, they're not lining up multiple bass knobs. They're using a DSP, and they're using that the way to control the volume. Yes, if it was just a 1 amp install and you had the bass knob up front and you want to see it all, then it makes sense. But I don't really see too many pictures of people lining up 6 bass knobs on their dash for 6 different amps. But yes, it does have the bass knob in it, and especially the MP actually tells you the voltage, correct, on the front of them, if I remember correctly.
The new MXD
shows the front,
lines, yes,
right, and then it has protect, and then power, and so you see that from the front of the amplifier. But
correct.
These are all good questions. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you can ask the people, I am curious. I remember in New York and Dominican Republic, the 4-channel. It is the only place where people used to buy 4-channel in 1 ohm also.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Years ago, 4 channels were 1 ohm or 4 ohm. I don't really know if anybody has some input on why and when it started all go 2 ohm. I think the biggest reason, Jill, was years ago they weren't doing all these loudspeakers and you didn't have 8 in the door. So I think it's more of a wiring thing, that there's not a lot of people just doing a 4 ohm speaker. They're doing multiples. But if anybody has some input, I'd love to see the comments on why and when did 4 channels go popular being 2 ohm. Because when I was a younger kid, you had a 4 ohm, or most of your 4 channels were 4 ohm amplifiers, they'd go down. Are any of the lines 0.5 ohm stable? Now, I'll let you answer. I'll say I've seen it done, but it's not recommended. And why would you want to run it at 0.5 anyway? You're going to have either box rise, or you're going to see the ohms drop, especially as the voltage drops and the amperage. You're going to have more resistance. But I would say, it's not recommended any of the amps to run 0.5 ohm.
Asking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
None of them are rated at it, but we got a customer asking.
Yes, it can, but we don't recommend, as you said, because if you damage they weren't built to be stable at 0.5. Yeah.
And then not even that, if you're running it, I'll ask you one. Why would you want, I'm curious, why would you all want a half ohm amplifier? You're almost at a dead short at that point, right? So harsh on the electrics and everything else. Now, if you have a 1 ohm speaker, it's going to drop below that over time, and the amp will keep up with that. But I don't think I ever was into those high current amps back in the day to run it at 0.5 or lower. It's like a dead short. I would
But
only
you know, Jeff,
Go ahead.
in Spain, they ask me a lot for the MP line in half ohm also.
Oh, really? Okay, so I'm wrong.
Yes. No, I
Uh,
mean, it's culturally because I don't know, they use it, they run, but they ask a lot in Spain. I was,
Right.
let's say, and some
Blazing,
people in America, but mainly in Spain.
Blazing says I would only run 0.5 when it comes to bass if you have proper electrical. 100%. Let me ask you out there. Who out there right now, leave a comment, is running 0.5? Let's see. Mac put up a comment here. Let me grab his. Mac is an install.
I remember people telling me that they used to like also some to run 0.3, not
Right.
even 0.5.
I just think the going that low, it's harsh, right? And then you got heat on top of it. Looking and thinking maybe MXB 810K. I'm gonna tell you, Mac, we're running the 13.5s. The only reason why I didn't go with the 16s, one, we didn't need the extra power, and two, size. And you know, having a car that's sitting there idle at a show and running them, we've had no issues at all. Same thing on the mids and highs. We could just turn everything up, and it's been playing pretty good. So again, I've seen the amps do 0.5, but definitely not recommended. And you're definitely, if you have an issue, you're going to have an issue with the warranty. If you're not worried about a warranty, you just want to get crazy, then go for it. 100%. That's on you. I'll sell you as many of them as you want. Juan says he prefers 2 ohm. I don't know if I prefer 2 ohm or 1 ohm. I think you need to run it at what the amp is actually rated. Let me ask you this. I'm surprised nobody's brought it up, Jo. What about the Tarrant Smart Amps? Are you going to be doing something like that with Marts?
Yes, it's in the plan. Some people ask, it's you can have both and in one amplifier, so it's affordable for many people.
I know Tarramp's not happy with you. You've taken
not so much.
100%, but that's on them for not making those
changes.
For no fire. Me too, Tri-State. Go ahead.
In Brazil, culturally, it's mainly 2 ohm amplifiers, the monoblocks. It's mainly 2 ohms. They sell after 2 ohms, it's 4 ohms, and then 1 ohm. They almost do not sell 1 ohm. I mean, it's the culture, They just handle 2 ohm amplifiers.
Right. Okay, if you haven't already done it, make sure you comment the word digital, and you'll win one of the Big Jeff YouTube neutralizer sprays. If you also haven't done it, please make sure you subscribe to our new YouTube, The Big Sound by Big Jeff. We're going to be trying to push later on down the road as we get the subscribers over, just for that. Again, just to clean it up. So when you go there, it's just the podcast. It's pretty cool having you on here. I know it's late there.
Not a problem.
Coming on, and I appreciate you picking out, me and my company to help launch this. I know it's growing real fast. I can't wait for the new stuff. I can't wait for the new DSPs. Those sold so quick, the older ones. What we got to do, everyone, I know everybody has their picks on what amps and what speakers. I always tell people, you got to look at what you're paying and what you're getting and the warranty. But if you haven't, try out some of the Marts. If you're doing a new build or something simple, they have everything from 400 watt all the way up to 30,000. What made you even make a 30K? I mean, that's just not a common amp. It's a surfboard. It's huge. I'm surprised we sold as many as we did. People need to have the proper power for that. Why even go that big? I mean,
people like big amplifiers, and it's also good marketing, let's say, especially competitors. And sometimes you save space instead of depending on your install.
Right. Multiple amps. Okay, let's go ahead and pick the winner. Joe, when they pull up the name, if you want to announce it for the new bot shot YouTube neutralizer, go ahead,
Okay.
team. Let's pick the winner out.
Steven Rogers.
Congratulations, Steven Rogers. You get one of the new tumblers with contact 737 Big Jeff. Hey, here's a good comment I saw. I'll let you explain this one. Floyd says, is Marts a direct competitor with Taramps? Do you consider them a competitor?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. It's same type of amplifier, but American market is so big that I never forgot when Joe from McLaren told me there is space for everybody in the United States for all the brands because it's a huge market. So yes and no.
And I mean, where do you think? I mean, is there going to be a time where you're bringing in multiple containers at the same time?
Yes, we plan. We just need to grow more.
Right.
But it's our plan.
Well, you got say grow more, but this happened pretty fast, and I know. We've given a lot of attention on my platform. You've pulled on other distributors in the United States, so I don't think the issue's there. You're definitely growing fast, and I think with the changes coming in, and Steven Rogers says, "Holy crap! Congratulations, man! Stick it out. You'll win something. We're always giving away at podcasts. We do our giveaways every month, and there's 5 winners now for that. If you get the weekly drunk text, and I got to catch up because I owe everybody a chain giveaway, texting the word chain to Big Jeff Audio. But the caveat to that is you're also supposed to take a picture of yourself wearing it and tag us on social media, and that's what we look for. I'm always working for subscribers and shares. All right, anybody else have any good questions? Companies I know with the 30K. Floyd said, well, the reason why I was asking for a competitor, Taram's the only company knows 30K. I don't know if that's the reason. I mean, 20K seems to be the Korean. Most of your Korean amps go up to 20K. I can think
Sound Digital, I guess, has also 30K.
They have the 30, and then they have that high voltage one, and I'm not even sure fully how that works. It's really you gotta have.
It's for 18 votes. It's mainly in Brazil, and some people now it's popular in Dominican Republic. They like it. This type of amplifiers.
Where do you think the world is the second biggest market for you?
That's a good question. Outside of United States, you mean?
Yeah. What's the second big market?
Surprisingly, maybe Venezuela.
Really?
Yes, we are surprised too. Because it's less worse, let's say right now, because they are just handling US dollars, so they are not handling their coins anymore, so it stables their economy a little bit, but I don't know how to explain. I have a good customer there.
So you're not just bringing this in Miami to us, you're also having to supply these other countries at the same time. I would say you're moving pretty fast if you got amps going out everywhere.
Yes, we have Mexico, Chile, the most Latin America we have.
Right.
Panama, Colombia, Venezuela, Guatemala.
Where did you start first?
Where? Sorry?
First batch of amps. Where did you send them to first? What was the first market?
To be honest, it was easier to start outside of United States. I don't remember. We sent everywhere, but also to Houston. Was also at the beginning.
Right.
We sent the first batch to a lot of places, to be honest.
Right. And then, but America was kicking ass, so
it's harder. to start in America, but once you get it, you know, it has way better numbers.
Oh yeah, well, because there's so many brands here. You know, that was the hard thing. And when we launched it for you, that was my biggest thing, was just to get out there and flood that Marts name everywhere. Don't get me wrong, when we first started, people were like, Marts,
Yeah.
what's that? You know?
Yes.
And then, you know, then that changes.
And after we start with you, we started seeing Marts everywhere. You know, you definitely put everywhere in the United States, and that helped us a lot. You know, with
You make sure you remember
distributors.
You make sure you remember that too.
Yeah.
No, I was happy you guys reached out, man, and we were able to do it. I'm happy about this year. I think we're going to have a great season, you know, especially now that I understand the product more. We know how it works, you know, even using it in our own demo. It's a lot easier to sell and put the time into things that you know that work. And don't get me wrong, we're not up here claiming everybody that this is the next holy grail or something special. It's a good amp at a good price, and it's not overproduced, meaning we haven't had any DOAs. We've never had an amp bad out of the box. Man, it's just been a decent product. And don't get me wrong, there's been some hiccups and some issues, but that's going to be with every amplifier. I don't care what it is. It could get banged up in shipping. There's multiple reasons, but there's so few the amount of issues that we've actually had. Listen, man, I thank you for coming on tonight. We're going to be having, can Ben, you guys come back on? Taylor, Ben, pop yourselves back on. Let me get my team back on here. Aaliyah is off for the night. She has some personal things going on. What is the next podcast next Friday? Who's going to be on there? Is it Dynamat?
No, that's the next one after that. It's actually Ryan Ware who's in the chat, or he should
that's
still be in
right.
the chat.
Yep. Ryan Ware will be on here with his group. And then we have Dynamat after that. What else we have? We have a bunch lined up. What's after Dynamat?
After Dynamat, oh man, I gotta pull the calendar up.
You know, it's funny, Dynamat, y'all don't really talk about that much, but that was like the originator of sound deadening in the car audio world. Everybody used to call it Dynamat, and they got a ton of stuff. All right, we got one of you followers in the group. What's the name of the
Locally hated off-road.
Hated off-road? Yeah, he'll be on next Friday. Then Dynamat after that, and then what's after that?
Sean Mayo.
Sean Mayo will be on, and that'll probably be on the new night. And we'll actually be giving away a 35 amp Yinglong XS Power bank that night. So definitely don't want to miss that. All right, listen, Joe, thank you for coming on so much. It was nice to get you out there and for everybody to see a face behind the Marts Digital. I guess I got one more question we never talked about. The original theme was like Mars, right? And outer space. And then that changed. What was the reasoning for the Mars? And then why did you guys change that? Did he freeze up?
Looks like he's frozen, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's staring at me. Are you staring at me? All right. That will be a question I'm going to find out. Looks like he got frozen up. That was a question I had. But while I got everybody on here, please make sure you like and subscribe and share this out. Man, we're on everywhere. We're gonna be designating a lot of time coming up to TikTok and some other channels. You have no clue what it takes to stay on top. If I don't, some of y'all that message me directly, I try my best. I got to run a company. Even we have full-time people to answer all the comments and questions that come in. We do our best. If you want to be on the podcast or have somebody you'd like to see on the podcast, let us know at podcast@bigjeffaudio.com. We will try to bring them on, or yourself, a group. We're down for whatever. You know, I wanted this podcast to be not the normal people sitting around just talking shit about nothing, and actually bringing different people from the industry on, and that's what we've been doing. I still got to get Rockford on here. Obviously, with Kenwood coming in, we'd love to get Kenwood on here. And then we have some other brands and other things that are in the works. If you have pictures of car shows that you're going to or videos, you can send them to shout out, or so there you go right to the website. We have a page made up that you could just click the red submit file, and we will shout you out. That would be pretty cool. As always, man, another podcast down. I appreciate everybody in here tonight, Friday the 13th. We're actually going to be doing every year Halloween. I go around my neighborhood, which is pretty big with kids, and me and the wife pass out bags of candy, and I drive around in the golf cart. This year, we're actually taking the vehicles out, parking them. Ben, you got the flyer for that? There you go. We actually did a video, if you guys want to see it, where we're going to be actually giving out bags of candy and some swag to the kids for Halloween. I enjoy that every year. Another way I can give back. And we have some big things coming up with Christmas. One of our videos actually took a huge amount of money in. Was that one for the kids' cancer? One of them, we had like
I think that was the Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots.
Over 11,000.
If you're on our videos and you got $2 or $5, hey, donate. You're not donating to me, you're donating to the cause. Everybody that was in here tonight, thank you so much. Thank you to my team. We will see you next Friday at 7:30. And we're going to see some Ryan Ware, locally hated off-road. He's got a squad there. We're going to be talking about him and the group and what they do. And we'll have another good night. I'm Big Jeff. I got Taylor the Hair and Ben Jam in here with me. And we'll give a shout out to Aaliyah. She'll be back next week. Thank you for joining in. We'll see you for episode, what is it? 30?
23. We'll be on 24.
24 weeks. That'll be awesome. All right, guys. I love you. Big Jeff, check us out. BigJeffAudio.com. Coming real soon. You will have an application guide on the website. Year, make, and model. Radios, speakers, dash kits, harnesses, even speaker boxes. You'll be able to pull it up and you will see everything that goes with your vehicle. We got a bunch of stuff like that in the works right now, so stay tuned. If you're a dealer or know a dealer that's looking for a great product, we have all types of brands we are a distributor for. Hit us up at BigJeffAudioDealer.com. Fill out an application, we'll get you set up. I'm Big Jeff, signing off from another night with Big Sound by Big Jeff. I'll see you all next week.
Another show in the bag, yeah, that's a wrap. Big Sound is the best, and it ain't no cap. Hit the website if you need that merch. It's Big Jeff Audio and hit the search. I know you had fun, yeah, you gotta admit it. That boy Big Jeff took his thing and he did it. Always a win, yeah, never a L. Did you smash the like, subscribe, and hit the bell? Share it on your socials, put it on blast. We'll be back next week with another podcast. Big Sound in the house, like no other deviant